This is Chris from Arkansas. I'm 34 and I've been a member of ATHLEAN-X for the last 8 to 10 months. My Ask Jeff question is, when I try to do things like barbell hip thrusts, I get Charlie horse cramps in my hamstrings. Now keep in mind I do an 8 to 12 minute dynamic warm-up prior to working out, as well as a static stretch routine nightly. Thanks for all your information and keep up the great work.
Hey Chris, thanks for your question. It's actually a really good question because cramping most often is not the result of what we think it might be. You see, a lot of people think that cramping comes from either being dehydrated or low in sodium or low in potassium. And while those things might occur, they really only occur at such severe levels of depletion that you're probably going to have other things to worry about than getting to the gym and doing your workout. You see, when you cramp, especially during a barbell hip thrust, most often the result of that, or what's causing that, is a weakness in another muscle group trying to do the job of the muscle group that's too weak in the first place. So think about a barbell hip thrust. You should be getting the strength from your glutes to drive you into hip extension. It's a hip extension machine. Your knees are bent, so you think that you got to push up through your hamstrings, but the hamstrings are probably trying to do the job of the weak glutes, and in doing so, they're not equipped to do it. It's like asking for help when the help's not really there. So the ill-equipped helper muscles here, hamstrings for hip extension, are not going to do a really good job doing it. So they're going to work and do their best, but become quickly seized up and cramped because they're being overtaxed and overloaded. So in this case, you're looking at probably a case of weak glutes. So what you have to do is really start to switch your mindset when you do your glute barbell thrust or your glute exercises, is really focus on trying to initiate the movement with the glutes. Squeeze as hard as you possibly can. Squeeze like you got your last dime between your cheeks. It might work. Something, whatever you can think about to try to drive that movement from the glutes first and then allow the hamstrings to help. The same thing happens even when you're just doing a squat. You'd be amazed at how much your hamstrings actually help you with knee extension, not curling your knee up. That's why I don't really like hamstring curl machines, because they're not very functional. See, in function, your hamstrings will actually work to extend your knee. Watch as I demonstrate here with the skeleton. See, as I take a step, we know that the hamstring wants to kind of bend my knee back. Now remember, the descent into a squat, or even as we walk, as our knee bends, that's not active hamstring flexion. That's happening because we're giving into gravity. We're allowing the knee to bend as I take that step. What happens though is, in order to straighten ourselves out, if I didn't have to worry about it, I could pull my leg back openly here. You can see that the bone would move, the knee would flex, and that's what the hamstring would do, is what we think. That's why we do hamstring curl machines. But if I don't allow my foot to come off the ground, which is what's happening when we really walk or run or squat, then that force is getting blocked. And here, when I put my hand behind it, what happens? If I keep moving my body forward like I'm walking, what happens? It actually straightens the knee out. You could do this yourself. Again, try to pull back on your hamstring, but don't allow your foot to leave the ground. You'll see that you'll be able to straighten your knee. So the role of the hamstring is probably misunderstood, and that's what leads to so many different hamstring injuries. And it's really driven by the fact that the glute initiates the movement, even in the bottom of the squat and even with every step we take. Let the glute become the powerhouse and let the hamstring then kick in to help. You're going to get a lot less cramping. And again, maybe you want to address your hydration needs too, but I don't think that's the issue. I think weakness in the primary muscle is asking for help from other muscles that are ill-equipped to help out in the first place. And that's how we get a lot of cramps. I hope you guys found this helpful, and if you have, make sure you leave your comments and thumbs up. And if you want your question answered here on my next Ask Jeff segment, send your questions right here to mediarelations@athlean-x.com, and I'll do my best to include yours there. And if you're looking for a complete training program to start putting the science back in strength and training you like an athlete, then head to athlean-x.com right now and grab one of our ATHLEAN-X training systems. Guys, I'll see you back here again in just a couple days.